Hello. Welcome. Give me a sec while I get these last things together. Hope tonight finds everyone well, and I hope you've all had a great weekend. Okay, let's just pop this out. Steal the text. Okay, post. Hello. Good. All right, so we have a couple rants for tonight. We also have a reaction before we get to Skyward Sword. Let's see. Okie dokie. Let's see. There we go. That should have us online and set. There we go. Hello. I've seen the genetic horrors you have wrought. The unnatural union of species never meant to share genetics. They were kind of cute. Gonna have more of that tonight. Assuming I'm not too busy focusing on finding fish. I found some of them. I haven't found all of them. And not dying. Because I did a lot of grinding and equipment prep. But I don't think I did enough. So this is going to be a thing. But first, a couple things. One, let me double check. I'm going to have an unscheduled break in March. I will miss the 7th, the 9th, the 14th, and the 16th. I believe it will be just those. But I will not be around for those. Because, well, it's turning into a family thing. Because family will be around to help me with an eye thing. So, yeah. That's going to be a thing. I believe it'll just be those 2 weekends again. We'll have to see. So that is a heads up. Beginning of March, first half of March, gone. Trying to think if I have anything else to throw up front. I did not get the redeems finished. Partially because I spent the past 2 mornings actually catching up on sleep. Which, I don't like it when I sleep in that late, but at the same time, I really needed sleep. So, I slept. I did get the AI working again, so maybe we will do some AI things. Ooh. Thank you for the follow, Jade-Eye. Much appreciated. And welcome. Why didn't I get... Did you guys get noise? Did you guys get sound? I didn't get sound. Did you guys hear something that was supposed to play sound? Off to a great start. I mean, it's a great start because yay, follow. It's not a great start because, uh-oh, something might be broken again. But anyways, yeah, I've got my self-hosted AI up and running again. And I'm going to play with stuff with that. And maybe we'll be able to do things in the future with that. We'll have to see. So that is a thing. I think I mentioned already, but I'm going to say it again just in case. You got sound? Okay, good. It's just me that's broken again. Lovely. I'm the one that doesn't have sound. This could get interesting and or bad. Actually, let me check something real quick. USB audio, mic in. Okay, this says it's going to the right speakers. This also says it's going to the right speakers. Hello. I'm just going to hit play real quick to check it. Okay, I can hear that. Anyways. Bamboo. Do not use Bamboo again. They've been caught lying. They said they were partnered with a company that has come out and said, no, we're not partnered with them. So heads up there. Just throwing that out there as one of the many alerts. That once again completely broke my intro thought. So we're going to probably just jump to the reaction and then the games, and I'll ramble as I remember stuff. Tonight's reaction was unplanned. I just saw it like 10 minutes before the stream started. I'm in shock. This $80 Temu longsword is actually good! Exclamation mark, question mark, exclamation mark. From Shadiversity. I have questions. So, hopefully, we will get those questions answered. I am just going to quickly post the link to the video everywhere. And then we'll get started, shall we? So this is Shadiversity. He does a lot of medieval combat type stuff. He has some really good observations on what different creatures would use in a medieval scenario, and different theory crafting. He's the one that actually verifiably proved that not only is the double-ended sword, like the full size, not the little Indian knives, but the full size double-ended sword, he proved that not only is it viable, it's actually really, really good. I saw the video already, so it's kind of like I can't really react to it unless we really, really want me to, but that's pretty cool. So, Shadiversity. What are you talking about with a good Temu sword?
Greetings, I'm Shad.
And greetings, I'm Tyrant.
And Tyrant, when it comes to, sponsored content or things people send us for review, this is the type of things that I really like to explore.
Me too. Do you want to tell them what it is?
So this is a longsword from Temu. of all places.
Yeah.
Temu reached out to us for some reason, say, hey, can we send you some stuff and you talk about it on your channel? And I was like,
It
do you
doesn't
know
look
who
bad.
we are? Because people, companies have done this before and have not been happy with the results.
Yes, but Temu, you've got to keep this in mind, Temu is a little bit different. It has a lot more than swords.
Yes.
And I don't know if I would recommend it particularly for its swords per se, but I would recommend it for other things, sure.
You can find some actual legitimately good stuff on Temu. My wife has used it.
When Mall Ninja Sword does not suck. Yeah, it happens occasionally. Every once in a while, you'll find a Mall Ninja weapon that's actually half decent. It's very, very rare, though. Most of them are made of stainless steel. Stainless steel shatters on impact. You want carbon steel. The higher the carbon content, the better. Like, all the way up to spring steel quality. Stainless steel shatters on impact. It is actually a terrible weapon material.
For dresses already and things, and the prices are insane. The thing that you need to understand about Temu, they're a reseller. They have multiple, manufacturers on there, and so it's a buyer beware. You need to know what you're looking for. And as I was looking, I found they actually sell swords.
Right.
And then I found this.
A Temu longsword.
A Temu longsword.
It's interesting because we've obviously unboxed it and we've brought it here. And the one thing that I'm just actually blown away by is the weight distribution of this.
The weight profile
The
on this
handling
sword.
of this is actually, it's better than swords that have cost like 500 bucks. It's actually kind of insane. Now, we can't speak to, the blade steel or, the tempering or whatever it may be.
But that's what we're
Hold
exploring
on,
in this video.
Watch that. Also, I didn't get a good look. That looks round, which is bad. But I want to have another look at the grip. But watch this bounce when he hits it.
The blade steel or, the tempering or whatever it may be. Can't speak to, the blade steel or, the tempering or whatever it may be.
But that's what we're exploring in this video.
Yeah.
You want some spring in the blade so that it bounces like that, because that's how it holds its shape. That keeps it from deforming and bending in impacts. Now, I want to have another look to see if I can spot with this grip, because you don't want a round grip. You want an oval-shaped grip so that you can tell what positioning the blade is in your hand without having to look to see, am I holding it the right way?
This.
A Temu longsword.
A Temu longsword.
It's interesting because we've obviously unboxed it and we've.
Oh, it does look like, okay, it looks like
and
it's
the one
oval
thing that
into
I'm just
into
actually blown
circle.
away by is the weight distribution of this.
The weight profile
The
on this sword.
handling of this is actually, it's better than swords that have cost like 500 bucks. It's actually kind of insane. Now, we can't speak to, the blade steel or, the tempering or whatever it may be.
But that's what we're exploring in this video. We
Yes.
want to find out if this sword is any good. But from just picking it up and testing the handling,
Yeah, that's an,
this is a
yeah, it's, I think
But
it's
from
oval at the
just
top.
picking it up and testing.
See how wide it is there? Yeah, it flattens. It's hard to see, but it flattens. So it's oval into round, it looks like.
And testing the handling, this is a precision
It's impressive.
weighted and machined sword,
Yeah,
which is shocking.
yeah.
You know what else is shocking about this sword, Tyrant?
What?
Guess its price.
200 US?
$88.
US.
Yeah.
All right, I'm sold. No, like actual, no, not even as a sword, just as a practice.
Yeah?
80 bucks, you get literally, what are they, wasters are more expensive than this.
They are.
So, all right, I'm sold. All right, done. That's it. End of video. Thanks for watching, guys.
No, we're going to test it out, see what quality is in this thing, okay? Now, some caveats. You need to be in the US.
Yeah.
This sword is not available in Australia. I had to actually peruse Temu from the US. They would not send it to Australia, had to send it to a relative in the US who then resent it on to us.
I mean, I feel like we shouldn't have to say that, but most of the stuff we do is for the US anyway.
Yeah, most of our audience is in the US.
And
okay.
most things you can't get outside of the US.
Yeah. Now, there are multiple resellers of this sword. You'll find multiple listings of it, and they all range between the $80 and $90.
Oh yeah, you can see it now with this shot that it flattens out. I'm sorry, this is a big deal. The grip is a big deal. There's so much junk that has round grips that it's a bit of a pet peeve for me.
Okay. But you'll recognize it clearly by the scabbard here. And by the way, this scabbard, $88, okay? It's on the cheap end. It's just a leather made. It's not shaped. It's not wood core.
Perfectly acceptable.
This is one of the better leather scabbards we have been sent. This is better than the leather scabbard we got on the medieval two-handed saber, the two-handed falchion.
I don't know if it's real leather though. It's got stuff all
Well,
over
it's
But like for the price, that's a really good. Like some swords that are very expensive, you don't get anything. So that's
$88 friggin' dollars.
Yeah. In terms of like the fit and finish and stuff like that, I mean, for $88, it's actually reasonable. You've got a what is it, like a plasma cut cross guard. This just looks like a simple CNC'd pommel. The handle is perfectly comfortable.
And
it's not my favorite, but like that's a preference thing.
It starts oval and travels to circular to match the
Okay.
pummel, which actually is a little
I
bit
could have
more
just sat and
refinement.
watched
I would probably
for an extra 2
personally
minutes.
change up this wrap to
It's
something
a
nicer.
basic cord wrap.
It's just
I
very
actually think
cheap.
that's fine.
It's fine, but there's no harm in changing
Yeah.
it. The grind lines and stuff is actually surprisingly reasonable.
They're precise.
Yeah.
And the fit and finish, like how close this crossguard fits onto the blade.
Yeah.
I have seen worse fit and finish on $500 swords. But as we mentioned, this video is sponsored by Temu, and they did not pay for multiple videos. The thing is though, some of the stuff that I got from them are so interesting, I just wanted.
I'm gonna take a guess. The vast majority of swords are at least partially handmade. You don't really get machine-made medieval weapons unless they're stainless steel crap. The vast majority of carbon steel medieval weaponry of any quality, even if it has some machine work done, is still like an individual using a machine on that particular sword. I would bet, if that's so precise for so cheap, that they probably just set up an actual assembly line for the swords to just run through and mass manufacture them, which is going to make it a lot cheaper, but a lot more consistent, because he was mentioning with the grind lines and stuff, and how precision cut the crossguard is. I would bet that they probably have an actual assembly line for the swords to make them in quantity, and there's very little human interaction in the actual manufacturing process. That would be my guess, because it does almost look like some of the stainless steel swords that you see in terms of its design and profile. It's just, with a stainless steel sword, if you smack the pommel like that while holding it, it's not going to flex that way.
Do dedicated reviews of them, specifically this long sword and this Blue Moon sword here.
Yes.
And so depending on which video you're seeing it, yeah, there's some actually really interesting stuff.
The context is you need to know what you're looking for and actually make sure what you're getting is what you want. Because there are some things here that are perfectly reasonable.
What was that line? If you want to make a fictional expert believe, making them excessively angry about a tiny... I'm going to assume that's make them excessively angry about a tiny detail in the specialty. If you want to make a fictional expert believable. I got what you're saying. I'm sorry. My brain just like crashed. I think I got what you're saying. I think what you're saying is if you want to make a fictional expert look believable, make them excessively angry about a tiny detail in their specialty. Got you.
Or what you're getting is what you want. Because there are some things here that are perfectly reasonable. And there are some things here that are a little less quality. For example, this mug here.
This mug, $14. And by the way, I've seen people reselling these things in retail stores and everything. They go for like 50, up to nearly like $13, $14. And this is absolutely brilliant.
That's the type of stuff you'll see at a fair anyway.
I have one of those from a convention that was like, not that specific design. It's all steel mugs, but it's the same type of mug. $25 from a convention. But every convention I go to with that mug, I get free refills. I don't think they expected me to come back 3 years in a row.
And this is absolutely brilliant.
That's the type of stuff you'll see at a fair anyway that you would want to pick up. You got some when you went to the UK.
Yeah, I did, and I paid way too much for them because I didn't realize you could get them so cheap on Temu, right? And so you can actually get some legitimately quality things. Now, you will find some junk. You just need to be aware, and I got some to test out. I got this katana set. It's around $50.
Those are always trash.
It's dog crap.
Just don't buy katanas. Just don't buy katanas. You know, just buy longswords.
But then they had this longsword, and I was like, you have my interest. Around 8. Oh, look at that. It's got paracord for the, you know,
that's an
wrap.
insult to paracord.
It doesn't even have a habaki on these things. Like,
these are dangerous. Don't buy these.
Dog crap. But this, hello.
We may have a dedicated review coming on it.
You might be watching the dedicated review right now.
Yeah, you want to know the price on that thing? That's a longsword that's actually balanced well. Now, in terms of quality, we don't know, but balance-wise,
shocking.
Quality-wise,
for a trainer, and this is $80. Insane.
That's insane.
Insane. And so you can actually find some legitimately great stuff.
And
this
that looks really
Blue
good.
Moon unofficial replica, about 100.
Flagon is a word. You can still call them mugs.
130. Okay, it's actually full steel. It's stainless steel all the way through. It's a wall hanger.
It's not a practical sword. It's a wall hanger. But
stainless steel. Oh well, they said it's a wall hanger. Yeah, you get stainless steel if you want it to look good.
Blue Moon unofficial replica, about 130. Okay, it's actually full steel. It's stainless steel all the way through. It's a wall hanger.
It's not a practical sword. It's a wall hanger. But if you want a wall hanger of that sword, hey.
And there are other things like I was interested in the kind of the LARP, you know, gear. Hit and miss, honestly. I actually do really love this sword frog, but it's not going to last. It's not made out of the strongest things. Tyrant doesn't like it.
Personally, I wouldn't buy any of this sort of discount LARP stuff simply because it's not real leather. But what I would do is actually purchase it to get the template to then make it out of real leather.
And look at, I love the buckles. Thing that actually quite impressed me, this backpack. I got it because it looked like an adventuring style backpack with buckles and everything. But the thing is, what's great about it, the buckles also come with snap locks. And so really easy to open and shut. $50. And this is genuine quality. It's actual real leather. I think this is solid, good stuff.
This one's interesting. It's a little bit more expensive because backpacks can be expensive. But this one actually seems like a genuinely, like a normal backpack, so you're going to pay proper prices for it.
Side zips on it, right? It's made out of solid, sturdy material, and it looks like an adventuring medieval backpack. I actually really like that. So there is some genuinely cool stuff. Oh yeah, the knife.
Usually most of the knives you'll buy online come from China anyway, so like, just go to the source.
Right? It was cheap.
Yeah, that's the point.
Temu, there are some genuine bargains. I don't know the steel quality of this knife. Oh, there are some other products we should mention. I got this just for the fun of it. Look, it's a costume cane, $20, but for the price, I think it's a bargain.
Sure.
I mean, look, yeah, like it's you don't expect a $100 cane. Or anything,
if that's what you want, then
I think it's fun.
Oh, welcome.
We got some boot slips, so you don't need to wear full-size boots. Look, they're under $20 each, so really affordable. They're not going to last a long time, but for what it's worth, I think it's fine. This one is probably a bit too thin, this sword
I have
carriage.
both old and new styles of those kinds of things. They're more useful than you'd think. They're not just a fashion thing.
I don't think it'll last, but I do like this one. All right. Now, thing is, if you're interested in checking out Temu, we do have a special promo code for you that if you go and use this promo code,
thank you for the
links in
follow.
the description as always. So download the app using the link provided, use this code on the app search bar, and you'll get a $100 coupon bundle for free.
Here we go.
Now, that might be from only a select range of products. You might need to purchase something with it, but it's still a $100 coupon. This sword is $80.
Yeah, we don't know if we can get that with that, but
Yeah.
If you're in the US,
Yeah.
right?
As someone who has looked through Temu stuff, that $100 coupon bundle sounds great. Unfortunately, Temu's coupons tend to be pretty crappy. I look through, I'll do like window shopping, see what it'll give me type stuff. I have gotten a couple like non-important type things from Temu. The problem with those coupon bundles is they'll be like, okay, you get, here's your $20 worth of coupons. It's 10 $2 coupons that require you to buy something $80. And then you get, 6 $5 coupons that require you to buy something $150. And so on and so forth up the line and you're only using one coupon per purchase. So the coupon bundles, $100 in coupons sounds great, but it's gonna make you buy like $800 worth of stuff in order to get that $100 off. So it's really, really sketchy. The thing that I have used for the couple times I've gotten with Temu is actually their credit system, which is much better. You ignore the coupons entirely and you use the credits that they give you through stuff like claim credit in order to basically get money back that then the next time you spend, the credit does not have the same limits that the coupons does. And I've used that for cheap throwaway stuff, some lawn care type tools and things, some dice, stuff like that. I honestly am already starting to wonder, hey, should I actually look at the sword collections they have? But I just felt that I should pause and warn you about the coupon thing. And I'm sorry, Shad, I know you're sponsored here and I'm using your content, but I feel like people should know about the coupon thing. It's important. And I'm not blaming you, Shad, on this because it sounds like you haven't used them to know how the kind of coupon bundles that they do are. So this is me trying to look out for anyone watching this. The original origin where flagon was a storage container, not a drinking container. Okay. Oh, right. I love that there's still a whole mug versus flagon thing going on in the comments. So anyways, sorry to interrupt. Like I said, I'm not saying no. They did sponsor him for this. It is his video, so I hate to run over his sponsor segment, but I feel like that's something important enough to take a couple minutes to address.
Right? There are relistings of this sword. Just look for this sword.
Yeah.
Okay. And with that coupon, you can get a solid, good long sword. We're going to put it through its paces. Check out the review or we'll keep watching this one. So you have to do some searching. You'll find more discounts on Temu. Just look through the stuff and you can find corresponding QR codes with discounts, right, through that link or the QR codes have been...
Hey, Zype, when you skip the issue, it's thwacked and burned at the stake as an imposter. Yeah, no, we're not touching honey here.
Now to share on the screen here. I'm a little surprised.
I mean, know what you're looking for, and I'm assuming they have some reviews as well. You can check out the reviews. Out of all of this, though,
What's your favorite?
this longsword is crazy.
I'm shocked.
Look, even if the sword is terrible, the weight balance on it alone,
As a trainer that you're not going to bash up for $80.
that's crazy. Plastic swords cost more than that.
They do.
Barb swords cost more than this.
Yeah.
And all right, well,
We've
Now-
got to do a review of it, but I mean,
Let's-
$80, man.
Let's find out, dude.
Yeah, see, he's
This
doing the
doesn't
same
have a
test
distal
I
taper,
would.
though.
It doesn't
has
need
a-
it.
It doesn't need it, but it just has a profile taper. It's one of those small things where I just don't think they were going to put that little bit extra. But for the price, $80, yeah, whatever. Hey, that's cool.
The weight distribution, a distal taper on this would make it too light in the top.
But the reason why it works is because that is, relatively speaking, kind of a smallish blade with a rather large.
It
does
is.
look
it is.
pretty
The blade is
hand-in-hand.
smaller, but overall, I'm gobsmacked.
So
it's
what's the steal?
That's what we need to find out. Is there a catch here?
Yeah.
This is like $80, $90 Temu sword, and at the moment, it's a banger. And I'm just like,
All right.
Okay.
Let's go test it.
let's find out. But before we actually go and test it, we need to mention it has come blunt. This is a blunt sword. It's going to be interesting testing it. We are actually going to try and put this up against a tatami mat. And that's also going to be combined with another video, which might already be out or coming soon, about the reality of tatami mats, okay? Now, we will still be able to figure out how strong the edge is, even with it being, this is blunt. Look, I'm sawing on my hand. I'm pressing down. This is a blunt sword, okay? But there's enough of an edge there that we're going to smack it into the steel part. Look,
Most swords are going to come blunt, so I don't think that's a big deal. They do that because if you make it sharp, they can find their way out of the box. Not because someone in shipping stole it, but because just the getting knocked around during shipping, because they're so sharp, they will just cut their way through the box. I say this from personal experience.
we're going to destroy it. It was sent to us for a review. We didn't pay for it, but it's also $88. If this thing holds up, okay, I will go and buy 2 of these swords out of my own money. Because they're cheap, super affordable, and if they're functional, holy crap. But that's the thing. Let's find out if they're functional, because there could be hidden problems. What if this does have a rat tail tang? We don't know. So the tatami and also other cutting is going to be abusive enough to see if the hilt will hold together, because that's going to indicate quality of manufacturing, okay? Is it a solid construction? How good is the temper on it? Is it like proper spring steel? I don't even know what the steel is on this. Let's find out. Actually, no. I think it does list spring steel on the website. But what does that mean?
Yeah.
Let's find
Who
out.
knows if that's
So,
real.
as we mentioned, this sword is completely blunt. Look at this. The thing is, though, it still has an edge, a discernible edge, right? And even with an edge, I will be able to blast through this pool noodle. It is not going to be pretty. What I'm actually gauging when doing that is how it handles. What is the feedback? Is the, hilt holding together well? What's the vibration on it? And I can actually still do that even with it being blunt. Now, this sword, depending how much it survives, but because it's so cheap, even if we fully destroy it, I'm probably going to buy a couple more with my own money. And then either if it survives or the other ones that we get, going to sharpen them up. And I really want to see what this would cut like with a sharp edge on it.
For a sword that you want to do drills with, for a sword that you just want to actually practice technique with,
Drilling,
it coming with no edge, I think is perfectly fine, especially
in fact,
for
it's
the
a bit
price.
safer in response to that.
Yep.
And because of the weight, the weight is a bit crazy on this. This is a crazy, when I say refined, you have to be attentive to get a sword balance like this. All right? There's a proper profile taper. I'm interested in the flex. I want to see what this flex is like. But all right, so as I mentioned, complete blunt, but let's test feedback. It's cutting surprisingly well for being so blunt.
Yeah, it wasn't
That's
quite.
edge geometry.
That is edge geometry, you're right. That is interesting. I wonder if you could do a horizontal.
That was
And
smoother
people
than I
might
thought
be
it'd be.
confused because usually when we'll do a review, we are far less forgiving of a blunt sword. But
This came purposely blunt.
well, first off, it's from Temu for $80. So I don't expect anything, to be fair. However, when you pull that out and you have actually reasonable fit and finish on top of an actual balanced blade, I'm impressed by
Precision machining on the fuller and
Yeah.
ridge. These are straight. I've seen more wavy ridges and fullers on swords that are 3 times the price of this.
Yeah, it's
And
got to be
less
like a
well-fitted,
100% machine.
Yeah.
You know, cross guard. Just at the tip. Alright, so I expect it. That was low effort. And it's interesting. So low effort versus committed. You know? Like, I'm surprised how it's blasting through. I'm being completely blunt. Do you want to go?
No.
I'm interested, like, feedback. How's the hilt responding to
It's
it?
pretty reasonable. Okay. This should be, it's not really a surprise because this is actually, relatively speaking, quite a thin and short blade. You'd want this to be a little bit longer. But this is quite a beefy,
Indeed.
both handle and pommel and crossguard, relative to the size of the blade. So it should absorb shock way better, which so far it feels like it is.
I've handled $500 swords that don't swing as smoothly
You
as
having
this
more
thing.
trouble getting through?
I'm trying not to hit anything.
At least visually.
Oh, I'm trying to get through it.
All right, fine.
Otherwise, I'm going to
I
give
do
you a
not
crap
own the
fine.
$500 swords,
It's a
though.
bloody blunt sword. That is not a cut. We both know that's not a cut.
Still technique time.
That was not a cut. You just broke it in half.
Just technique.
See,
Terrence is supposed to be the
Does
better
drag me into
swordsman
these
between the two of them.
You started all of this with your smack talk about horizontal cuts.
just because I have empirical evidence for it.
Well, empirical evidence here.
I just want people to understand that when we say blunt, we mean there's literally no edge on it.
So,
I
but,
can saw here all day if you want.
but then why?
Because you're just hitting it harder. I'm not trying to hit it too super hard.
I'm not trying too hard. There we go, happened once.
He is putting a little more effort into that.
All right, so first thing I want to test is the spring temper on this thing.
If it has one.
What?
If it
Anyone
has
who
If it has
this
one,
is
yeah.
gonna be
Well, I mean,
painful, but I'm
It
very
looks
curious.
like it has one.
one. Yeah, maybe.
So,
Here we go.
holy crap.
Yeah?
Yeah. Returning to true. Dude, look at that. Look at that.
I keep waiting for something to slip
This
every
has
time.
a solid as spring temper on it.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Let's just call it an average spring temper.
Well, do you reckon we should try and
No,
bend?
don't get me wrong. I think that's impressive for the caliber of the sword, but that is still just an average spring temper for a proper sword.
All right, this is blunt. It's not going to chop into the wood. It's about how well
This will
the
also
hilt
hurt.
survives and what the vibration feels like. So, going in. Okay, it has not loosened. There was some vibration, not as bad as we had before, not at the nicest either,
Right.
but
It was all right.
it was right. That's what we're, like, not the best, not the worst. We have loosened much more expensive swords like that. We've broken much more expensive swords with this
I've
test.
seen
I
them.
think that isn't a loosening. I think that's a bit of a bend at the tang.
Ah, you have bent it, yeah, slightly. So that's not the best.
I would still say this is the thing.
It's not the
context-
worst though, because we've
Yeah.
had much worse with that.
Yeah, for the price, I'm much more forgiving of that. Do you want to smash it against
I want to
the
smash
steel?
it into the steel just a couple of times to see how much the edge holds up. But if this is a solid spring temper,
Yeah.
it'll actually
Let me
survive.
put it this way. Just from what we've done so far, $80.
Big recommend.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
Big
It
recommend.
is wild that it is.
Did you break it already?
Holy crap. You want to come and see this? I don't want to go ham because well, sometimes we're not trying to snap it. This is edge retention test. And so you only need it a couple of times. Have a look at that. That's
To be fair though, it doesn't have an edge.
yeah, but
So
the
it has
edge,
a-
like it would get similar
Just be
damage
anything
even
other
if it had
than
a fine edge.
No, it wouldn't. It has instead of being like this for a really sharp edge, it has more of like a this, which gives it more of a chisel effect. So it's going to resist this more, but
because
that's still impressive for what it is.
It
That's
is
fine.
impressive. But even when you're sharpening it, the angle is not going to change too much. It's just going to be how acute the point is. And that survived decent. That's about as good
Is
as the
that
Romance
bent?
of Men katanas.
Is the handle
I
bent?
don't think so.
Yeah, no, they get the same damage, even a bit more.
Did you want to do some flats?
I want to do flats, just to see if it can take a set on flex.
I think that grip is bent.
Because I don't want to do
So I am bending the pommel more.
it. Oh, really?
Yeah, have a look. Do you see that?
It is bent. Haha.
A bit more bending on the tang.
It is. Oh, it
Oh,
is
hang on.
visibly
So we're
bent
to the
now.
Tang,
Yeah.
we're bent to the pommel, and we're bent this way. Like, in context, that's fine though.
Well, this is the thing. It has the standard durability that you'd want out of a sword. It has passed that requirement. It is not the most durable sword we've reviewed. We've had swords that have performed better, but we've had swords that performed a lot worse. We've had swords get totally destroyed on these.
I have personally, to my great shame, purchased swords that have cost hundreds of dollars that have been trashed. Remember the sword I showed you? That was
Yeah.
hundreds of dollars.
Yeah.
I would have much preferred to pick up like 3 of these.
Yeah.
So context matters here. This is not a good result, obviously, but when you compare it to $80 swords, that's fine.
Shockingly
It's a
impressive.
beater.
And it's far from the worst.
Yeah.
It seems like the weakest part of the blade is actually the tang.
Yes.
The actual tempering of the blade itself is shockingly solid.
Well, what I like so far is that nothing has exploded.
Yes.
It's better for it to. I'd prefer it to bend than to just snap.
There's been no catastrophic failure. The edge retention was surprising.
Yeah.
The
Think-
flex
Think about T10.
Yeah.
You get a T10 sword, that
T10
costs a
would have
couple $100
snapped.
bucks, it just will explode.
snapped.
So that's not bad.
This is an actual spring. Oh, wow. Holy crap.
Do you want to get to final thoughts, or are
get to-
these our final thoughts?
Oh, oof, share some whatever final thoughts we got. Final thoughts. Blew me away for its price.
Yeah. Well, not only for its price, because I come at this from a couple of different angles. First off, you got the sword aspect, you got the price aspect, but then there's also just like the value proposition. For example, if I needed a crossguard and pommel for like a project I was doing, it costs more to buy a crossguard and pommel than to just buy this sword.
That's funny.
Legitimately though.
Yeah.
Parts
He's
can
not
be
wrong, but
expensive,
that's-
things can be expensive. I wanted a blade to re-hilt to do something. That's a good deal. If you're specifically if you want something cheap that you can just throw around, that you maybe you just want to do some drilling with.
Depending what you can get with the promo code, because I haven't seen if it's a selected item list, but if you can get this sword on the promo, you get a $100 coupon, and this sword costs less than
That
$100.
sword probably won't
It has
qualify
a
for any
average
coupons
spring
in
tempo,
the
at least
in the
this
promo.
example does. And as long as you're not going to go do crazy
I would
stuff
say
with
good
it.
spring temper. Average spring temper would not as flex back so nicely.
It's average.
When you say average, you're saying standard.
Yeah, standard.
Funny, because when I say, I mean that too when I say good, I mean standard.
Well, that's not what good means.
To me,
No,
a
no, no.
standard spring temper is a
Nope.
good spring temper because I'm constantly comparing it to katanas.
We're not talking about
performance
Sort of
is so
93
different.
Camry swords.
yeah, funnily enough, I was not expecting
Timu,
this today.
friggin' Timu, man.
Yeah, because I didn't even know you could get swords on them, because obviously in our region you can't get any of this stuff.
Yeah, you need to be in the US to find it.
That's pretty good. Because the one thing that I always come back to is a waster or something.
Yes,
If you want
trainer.
a LARP sword or a trainer sword that is plastic, they're more expensive than this. That's crazy to me. That's crazy.
And so there's a couple of personal preference things, right? For me, the blade is a little bit too short,
Yep.
a little
Handle's
bit
a
too
little bit
thin,
too big.
but for an average kind of standard longsword, is perfectly adequate. It is within the standard ranges.
I want to be clear here, just so, because I feel like we've hyped it up a
Yeah.
bit too much. This is still obviously a low-end sword. This would not
Yes.
compare to any of our more expensive swords. You get into the 200, 300 and up range.
Basic Federschwert longsword, standard steel, pommel, basic wrap. The sword itself is synthetic, so plastic, $120. And this is for like the practice sword you show up with to get made fun of by the real HEMA people, quote unquote.
range, they are way better than this. But for this price, there isn't really any other swords, at least that I've experienced. We've gotten a couple of like $50 swords, and they've been not very good.
Crap.
You know, like this here is $50. This is $50.
That is not worth
And
$50.
Look, I don't. It undermines me, but I would never recommend this in my wildest dreams to anybody.
No,
This
that is amazing crap.
This is throw this away. This is even worth the materials.
But having said all that, right, we have had vastly more expensive swords that are worse quality than this.
We have. We've had multiple.
Many. And this might be one of the best affordable longswords we've ever reviewed.
I wouldn't say
Because we don't get many, like, we've had some budget longswords come in and they were crap.
budget. I wouldn't say affordable. Yeah, it technically is affordable, but I wouldn't put it in that range. You know?
Okay.
This
But
is a budget.
this is
sword.
a budget sword that is definitely worth the money it's sold for. In
Now,
fact,
old
I think
steel
it's a
may be
bit. I
knocked
think
off
it's
their pedestal.
worth more than what they're selling it for.
Now, honestly, I'm assuming some of you guys are going to want to pick one of these up. The exact link that we got this one from is out of stock, but there are other...
They constantly relist the swords
Yes.
and have like limited time availables kind of stuff.
So check reviews, check things like that, you know, do your due diligence. But if you find one that looks like this, then I would
Oh yeah,
assume that it's
like when I picked this, there are about 5 different listings of this exact sword.
Yeah.
And it's not like I just randomly picked the right one. It's like, no, they're all the same sword and you would expect same quality. I mean, I'm probably going to buy a couple more just out of my own money.
Temu swords.
Temu, I know, right?
Who would have thought?
That's why I accepted the sponsorship. I was like, you know what? You have my interest. I just wanted to find out. And funnily enough, we got absolute dog crap and shockingly good quality.
Yeah, I think that summarizes our thoughts.
Yeah.
It's a very budget sword, but it's reasonable for that.
And if you want to see another video where we are swinging this sword around a little bit before the review, it's when we're comparing tatami mats versus pool noodles. You might be surprised at just actual comparing apples to apples, what is more difficult to cut through and what gives you better feedback. Check out that video.
Check out the video, just there.
Right there. Cheers.
That performed infinitely better than I thought it would, honestly. And I look, I've not gotten, but I look at some of the stuff Temu's has that is kind of like, what is happening? I was just looking at, they have a clone of the Instant Legolas by Jorg, who it's basically a repeating bow, except instead of firing arrows, it's basically a sling bow that fires slingshot pellets. And it's a 50-shot, full-size bow that fires these pellets using his instant Legolas mechanism, which is probably not good that they cloned a system without telling him, but different. And yeah, I honestly, I mean, even if they had destroyed it instead of bending it, if it had gotten close to what they had shown, but still destroyed it, like when they hit it against the steel bar, it would have been worth the money. Like I said, the plastic trainer that you're going to get made fun of because of how cheap it is $120. That's $80 for real steel. I'm going to have a good look at what Temu has to offer. Because it's like they keep recommending swords and knives and bows and crossbows and stuff. And I just kind of like, you're Temu. You can't possibly have a good version of these. Yeah. Yeah, and like I said, for those of you who don't know who Shad is, he does this kind of stuff. He tests a lot of fantasy things. He does a lot of cool things with it. That's like you'd want to see. It's like I always wanted to see someone actually try this type stuff. I've never bought Shin. Is that another one? Like I said, I haven't bought any like real stuff from Temu. I got like I got like some gutter cleaners and leaf cleaners for the yard and some dice because they're like discount ever so slightly not quite perfect to the mold. of the fancy dice. Stuff like that. That's like, here's $20. I'll take my $5 credit, and isn't important or valuable type things. I would not recommend getting electronics from Temu. Apparently, it's worth looking at swords and other weapons. That's a terrifying concept, but I am intrigued. I don't want to search because some of the stuff that Temu just randomly suggests, I don't want to pop up on my stream. So be warned. Temu is not shy about what they advertise towards you. But yeah, I maybe not that particular sword. I already have a long sword that I really like, that I practice with. So I don't really think I need a new one. Now, it is a very heavy long sword, but I want it that way. But I've seen other stuff. I've been thinking about getting like a sword spear. So, and I know that I've seen a sword spear on Temu, so maybe I'll look into that. I wouldn't mind a new messer. It's a little bit built differently than the one that I currently use. So I might look to see if they have any messers and stuff. Here's the thing. There's a lot to mock about the Temu body armor, but at the same time, I've seen so many tests of it actually working now that it's kind of scary. Like Discount Dan's one-shot body armor should not be able to catch 500 Smith & Wesson, and yet there's a video of it doing just that. So there's some interesting things to be found. Now, that's not going to stop me from mocking it. It's certainly not going to stop me from... It's certainly not going to get me to recommend it, I should say. If I was going into combat, I'd just spend the $1,000 for proper body armor. Timo, we saw you looking at swords. Also, are you also interested? He's completely accurate and massively oversized. Yeah. Wouldn't mind a new sword. Wonder if Timo got any Japanese. Well, unfortunately, in my personal experience, unless you're paying blacksmith prices, which is getting close to $1,000 usually, on average, if you're buying a katana, it's going to be trash quality, because so many people and companies know how desirable katanas have become because of the pop culture around them, that they manufacture large quantities of crap, and then they can increase the price versus a Western style sword because it's a katana. People want the katana. Now, I'm not saying that you shouldn't look into it. Just be very, very careful about what katana you get. And on Temu in particular, I would be very, very nervous about getting a katana, given the fact that it's still a big roll of the dice getting anything that you're going to be relying on, be it swords, body armor, whatever. Like I said, I'm thinking I might roll the dice on a sword. I would be very, very careful about katanas. you got to give them a good close look. Not saying it won't happen, just saying don't look at the first $30 katana you see and go, "Ooh, that looks great." Yeah, it will look great. It probably is carbon steel, might have a rat tang, and oh, this isn't a Temu story, but this is a pawn shop story. I walked into a pawn store. This is years ago now. Into a pawn store, and they had a really nice looking katana sitting on the shelf. I pulled it off the shelf. I went to draw it, and the blade stayed in the scabbard. I just pulled off just the grip. The sword didn't have any tang at all. It didn't even have a rat tang. It just had this wedge with some glue on it, and the glue had dried up and broken off. It looked real nice up until that point. I did not buy it. I also didn't tell the pawn store owner because I knew that they would blame me. So I just put it back. I got a sword cane instead. But yeah, I'm just a little ramble there. Be careful about the katanas. All right, with that, let's get let's get. It just doesn't want to run sometimes. Wait. Now I'm not showing to be live. Okay. Yeah, that appears to have been a disconnect between me and Beam. I think it was probably my internet connection doing its thing. Yeah, you guys were saying I was gone before it said that I was gone. But then it did say I was gone. Okay. But we're back now. We're live. We're good. We're doing things. Yes, no, maybe. Hey, look. Yeah, single point. The options are add complexity or accept the potential of a single point failure through Beam. Please. Now there's a fish here. Oh, wait. I think I know what I need to do. You, get over here. Okay, almost. I think I need to get him. No? By the way, this is where we are. So I did get most of the fish. I did deal with most of the pains. I had a very productive day today. But I don't know how to flip this over to get to the fish. Because I need to flip it over to get to that fish. Seven. No, yes, 6. No. Okay, 2 twos and 3 singles. 2 doubles, 3 singles. 7 total fish. I honestly do not know. Do I need to... Oh, wait. Do I need to get up there and hop down? This is not the entrance. But yeah, you can see I got through a lot of the fish. So I have saved us a lot of pains and frustration. Thank you for the lemons. I'll get them in a second. Alright, let's see if this works. I'm just going to do the lemons real quick. Thank you. Oh, I could probably use that to get up here as well. Oh yeah, this is what we're supposed to do. Aha! Okay. 6 fish left. Now, is there anything to do up here that will get me the remaining fish? No, and I don't think I can even see where the fish are. And I don't have a glider in this game. So that's a bit of an issue. Okay. Okay. Bubble, please. Thank you. Hmm. Yeah, this is the game's new water dungeon. Well, while I search for fish, a couple things. One, Pointy Hat made a new video, this time on dwarves, or dwarfs, as was the original plural before Tolkien got involved. I see a fish! Aha! Ish, there have been others, but this is the most annoying so far. Yeah, this is worse than the basin dungeon was a water dungeon, but it was actually pretty fun. I liked it. Anyways. His ancient dwarves that he did, that are like actually made of metal and stone, as if carved from dirt, like many actual dwarven creation myths say, is pretty cool, and I think it's neat. But he mentions something that's interesting, and he also mentions something I think is kind of wrong. The wrong thing that he mentions is he talks about how dwarves don't really enjoy a lot of popularity in the pop culture. I think he's incorrect there. And his own comment section seems to agree with me that no, dwarves are pretty popular. People like dwarves. I'll see if I can find a small hollow tree. They are found grouped together. But yeah, I think dwarves in the pop culture and general population are decently popular, and people have an interest in them. Yeah, and plus stuff like Diggy Diggy Hole. So I don't think he is correct in that dwarves needed a PR improvement. Having said that, he has already released the ancient dwarves, and we are not giving them back now. They are now ours to use. Please. Oh my gosh, what is this hitbox? Thank you. Having said that, he points out something interesting. There aren't half-dwarves, in spite the fact that they are one of the most prolific species after humans. Half-elves are the poster child for hybrid species, in spite elves kinda being prudes and sticking to their own a lot more. So where are all the half-dwarves? Well, I have decided that to do half-dwarves. So we're going to get... I'm going to be putting out, and I need to commission art for, a bunch of half-dwarves. Where, unlike with half-elves... Go away. Of course. Unlike half-elves, where... Oh! Okay. Cool. They were just hiding in the grass. Cool. Okay, we got a pair of singles left. Though he did also say that he was based on the WotC D&D player number, so it may be just special stuff like... I don't think WotC's own D&D Beyond numbers are a great reference. But fair. Will it just be like 4 to 5 foot folks? Well, I mean, dedicated species, not just short people. But anyways, so with elves, it is half human, half pick an elf subspecies. Well, oh, you mean for the half-dwarves? Is that what you mean? So with the half-dwarves, what I'm going to do is... I'm just doing the main species, unless we want to see some of the other ones. And what I'm going to do is do, like, half-tiefling, half-dwarf, half-dragonborn, half-dwarf, half-halfling, half-gnome. Yes, half-elf. Bring back the dwarfs, because dwarfs were a thing. Yeah, grimdark and not safe for everyone. I.e., I believe that the Dark Sun one is the dwarfs, who are kind of stuck in a horrible position. I'm hoping that my dwarfs will be less miserable. Because the traditional dwarf is described as getting the worst of both elves and dwarves. AKA is just a human. Anyways. But yeah, I'm thinking of doing that. And... no. Dwarfs are... yeah, dwarfs are... the traditional dwarf is not in great shape. I'm hoping my half-dwarf, half-elf is better. I didn't think I was actually going to get something out of that, but sure. Get back here. I was just trying to get rid of the spiky thing. Yeah, dwarves are a thing in D&D, but they are described. But the Dark Sun dwarf is described as a short, squat, ugly thing that gets the worst of both species. Though most people make the joke, so it's just a human. My dwarves are going to be, hopefully, a better balanced, getting some positive from both parents. They don't have the pure strengths of both of them, but they have some. Like, they get the physical sturdiness of dwarves, which dwarfs don't have. But they also get a little bit of a touch of magic, like from the elves. It was from Dark Sun, no good person should know. Yeah. Dark Sun is an absolutely miserable, horrible setting. Hold on, is that it? What's that purple thing? That purple thing is just a normal fish. I think that purple thing was just a normal fish. It's just a normal fish. Thank you for the sword! Much appreciated. Number 13. But yeah, it's like the elves will get... All of them get a bit of the dwarven toughness. The elves get a touch of their magic and perceptive capabilities. Halflings get their bravery. Gnomes get some of their tinker abilities. Let's see. Tieflings are going to get a touch of their infernal magic. Dragonborn get... They don't get a breath weapon, but they do get... But they do get their, what's it called? But they do get their elemental affinity. So, no breath weapon, but yes, elements. Oh, what's that over there? Hold on. That is not what I'm looking for. Also, hitbox. Hitbox! 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 Size dwarves, but the creators don't hate them. Yeah. I want this to be a species that people play, because, realistically speaking, dwarves should be everywhere. Now where was I? Yeah, in humans, Rippy. Yeah, they get elemental resistance from dragons, and then for humans, Rippy suggested something based on something I intentionally said, which is basically a charisma bonus, because humans are kind of the duck your way out of anything species, even more than halflings. And I wasn't gonna do any of the other more oh right, and orcs that have technically it's half dwarf, half orc ish. But it's just going to be a monster tank and attacker, combining those two tough species. Well, okay, it's not a monster tank and attacker. What it does is it sort of becomes the nice middle ground between the two, because the half orc is a very good attacker, while the dwarves, as a rule, are very, very tanky. And this has some of the dwarf tank and some of the half-orc attack, but doesn't go all in on either. So, that's an option. That's something I'm working on. There is a thought I had. I only need one note, and I'm never gonna find it. Thinking about the orcs and half orcs did make me think of something. Which is that technically there is also supposed to be a half orc, half elf hybrid that just kind of no one does anything with. There, I don't think there's a stat block there. There's lore, but it's just kind of obscure lore that no one bothers with anymore. That could potentially be interesting. Is there another one hiding underneath these lily pads? Oh, you need to talk to me. What do you have? You collected a tad stones? Yes. A secret then. Some tad tones hang out in groups. You have to catch those similar I already know this. Oh, can he? I hate you all. Alright, smart guy. Oh, I'm gonna have to learn to play this. All the dorks are going to have the most complicated family life. Yeah. Here's the problem up to. In D&D, dwarves and orcs are natural enemies. You couldn't even teleport me out. Anyways, but the half-dwarves mostly just rambled about. What do we think bringing back the half-elf, half-orc? Plate, thank you. Well, I know up to will hate it, but what does everyone else think of that? Brought back all my colorful little tad tones. You are indeed worthy of being called a hero. That much is clear. I'm good for my words. I will teach you my part of the song you seek. You learn the Song of the Hero. Part of Song of the Hero. I mean, historically, dwarves and orcs hate each other, so somebody is someone else's warlord as... Ooh, boy. True. Originally, I planned to keep these woods underwater so that those awful monsters could never return. Your task is far from over and you're not exactly at home in the water, so I'll return the woods to their natural state. All this excitement has been rather draining. I believe I'll retire to my home. You'd best be on your way as well. Yeah, that's concerning. Probably true, but concerning. But true. That's basically also the background for the half orc, half elf hybrids. In the water level, Fairwoods has dropped. The forest returned to its former, less aquatic state. Well, you just acquired is one part of the Song of the Hero. Recommend you seek out the other two dragons in their respective areas to learn the other two parts of the song. There was much rejoicing, indeed. Oh, right. Getting down now becomes an issue. Right, I'm just going to the sky. But yeah, that's also basically the background for the half-elf, half-orcs. Like, and they all have that background. Could be fun. Tolkien version, similar issue with orcs being, well, not even fallen elves, just corrupted elves. Still not hitting the button. Well, that's the issue, is they aren't accepted into clans. I gotta replenish my potions, so here we go. So those are some things. I guess the splat will bring in not just half-dwarves, but the elf-orc hybrids. I mean, while we're at it, there's a ton of other hybrids that we could do, but we'll see if we focus on all of them. Now, the other thing that I want to talk about that I have not completely brainstormed around is goblins. Wrong house. Because Pointy Hat has also talked about goblins and made an interesting point. Oh, thank you for the follow and welcome. Hi, how goes? Your place isn't messy. How am I supposed to clean your place if it isn't messy? Beer's going good for you? It is. Thank you. Hope it's going good for... Okay, bye. Anyways, we've got the regular goblins that are slaves of Unpronounceable, who stole them from the Fey Queen. We have Pointy Hat's redone goblins, who are protected by the Fey Queen and are just brownies. But I had a thought. What about goblins that haven't been protected by the Fey Queen, but were stolen by Unpronounceable and found a way to get away from him. Because here's the issue with the current god of goblins who stole them from the Fey Queen. He deliberately keeps goblins in a horrible life state because it means that when they die, they leave to serve him in his war against other gods. Their souls are his forever. What about goblins that are part of the normal, goblin tribe that were stolen, but that have found a way out of that? The obvious answer is, well, just a fiend warlock goblin, duh. But that's also the obvious answer, and realistically speaking, there's probably either not very many of them because they're not seen as very valuable, or there's a ton of them because that's the obvious easy answer. What other ways, what would there be another way to do that? Or even like skip the fiend part or skip the warlock part and just do like a tiefling goblin or something. What options, answers, ideas do people have? Because I have not put much work into this yet. For goblins that have found a way to prevent I don't know how to pronounce it, from stealing their souls. What do we think about that? What options do we think we have? I can make a whole one of these. And then we have generic goblins who the GM didn't put any thought into, but exist just to be there, just to suffer. Who, realistically speaking, are your typical goblins who will have their souls stolen. It's just no one's addressing it because they're goblins and little evil ankle biters and no one cares. My personal headcanon that I'm leaning towards with the goblins that get out of having their soul stolen is the little gremlins that are like the cute but still clearly a goblin, because the brownies are kind of goblin-like, but definitely not your traditional goblin. And I'm not talking about the Verdan, which are again something very different, because the Verdan become full size. They stop being small. I'm talking something that's almost a little bit like, honestly, probably the better reference that can be made for this is not the Brave. If spoilers for like 5 years ago, Critical Role campaign. Not the Brave if she wasn't a transformed halfling. They're still little gremlins, but they're not chaotic evil because their false god has a grip on them that forces them to always be. Goody! Now instead of flooded water, we're gonna have flooded lava. Here's a thought. What if they had these crystals that they wear, so when they die, their souls go into them and can't be stolen by... What? You're kidding me. I mean, that is an idea. Searching. Yes, I noticed they swiped all my stuff. Thank you for stealing something back for me. Please. Thank you. Anyways, that feels very Eldar-like, but I mean, I can't complain. It really isn't a bad plan that they keep the crystals as a backup plan to both separate them from unpronounceable and also give their souls a place to be other than oh, come on! Throw the freaking... Pick up the jar. Thank you. Yeah, you might be stealing what the Eldar do, but it is a decent plan. I just obviously hadn't considered just stealing what the Eldar do. Oh, thank you. Yeah, it's like, this is how you get basically good goblins, quote unquote, canonically. Because like I said, the idea is that the reason, or a big part of the reason why goblins are evil in Dungeons and Dragons is because this evil conqueror god has stolen them from their original pantheon and forces them to be evil. So, if we're following D&D canon, which I do think that is an interesting point about goblins, the first thing we have to do is figure out how to get them away from said conquering god. Crystals is a way to do it. So wait, do I need to kill these different goblins in order to get my items back? Or am I going to have to just find my items and then kill them? Goblin medicants begging to any god that will help them. Well, there is the issue that... There is the issue of... Again, they're soul stealing. Yes, yes, stealth section. Oh, good. They have spotlights. I mean, yeah, they have an enforced stealth section. Oh, thank you. You're wonderful. I hate the game for doing this to me, but you are a good character. Thank you. Anyways. The issue again that a lot of goblins have is that the way the setting is laid out, they're just not gonna think of this. Because oh, come on! It's because the evil god that's claimed dominion over their souls has made it so that they just... That's so dumb. Has made it so that they're not gonna think of this stuff. Okay, that time I actually did. That was too far. That is 100% a jump that should be that I should be able to make. Right, that's what they want me to do. So, yeah, it's just the begging other gods for help is the obvious answer, but it's also the one that goblins aren't actually capable of thinking of under most circumstances. Yeah, other options include running them to Illithid, giving them psychic powers that let them keep their souls. Incidentally make them Geth knockoffs like the Duergar. Ew. Why did they feel the need to do that same plot line repeated? Oh, that's why. Boo. Why do they feel a need to use the same plot line repeatedly? You used to be a boss. Now you're just a pain. Of course. Because it's cheaper to reuse gags and assets than be creative. Fair. I may go with the crystal thing. It'd be real interesting to steal an Eldar thing for goblins. Also, people like the psychic powers, and I sort of ran out of good sources for psychic races since it was literally initially Oni? Or one? Do you mean one? Is once again yours. Yeah, rub it in, why don't you? You know what? Let's get rid of you while we're here. That's why. Thank you. Initially only one. This camera sucks. This is the same quality stealth mission as Gollum. Okay. So, again, the gods thing and some of the others are kind of like obvious, but not to be thought of. A little cult of goblins with the crystals, though, because they like ooh shiny to begin with. I really like that as an option, even if it is just ripping off the Eldar. But I don't feel bad ripping off the Eldar, so we're good with that. Yeah, I just wanted to create like a good in-universe explanation for the little goblins that people like to have as characters and like to portray, that fits instead of, you know, that fits lore-wise, and instead of is just, no, we're just doing our goblins differently. Let's make this cool new power to make our new big bad race cool. Everyone wants to use it, but they can be wizards. That's cooler. Watsy, only you think like that. Fine. My any race that gets it has to be linked to mind flayers. That will stop them. You failed. Yeah. I mean, if we want to rip off the Eldar, why don't we go full throttle and pull a... What? I hate those where you can't even attempt to just rush it. No, I'm sorry. You get one option. Do it that way. I do feel a little better after that. To be fair, you need is like 99%. of there. Don't get eaten by Leshy Plan. Death is yeah, fair. Now that I know what you're talking about, I know what you're talking about. The Eldar, if the Eldar die, they will also get eaten by an evil god, though theirs is Slanesh. Instead of Slash, God of Indulgence, instead of unpronounceable God of Conquering. It's a whole mess, and really, you don't need to worry about it too much. You know what? It's 10 o'clock. I can only take this game in small doses. We're gonna take a short break, come back with Chrono Trigger, and maybe resume Goblin Brainstorming, maybe not. We ended up with at least one good answer pretty easily. Yeah, on the psychic thing, it's like, why is everything gotta be Mind Flayer related? I can complain about that when we come back. I will see you guys shortly. Yeah, I can only take this game in small doses. I'm sorry. I return, and sorry, Spartan, bad timing. Sorry about that. Give me a sec to change over the games and what I'm doing. Get Chrono Trigger up and running. And then we will be good to go. Search Chrono Trigger. Okay, that takes care of Beam. Let's see. I'm gonna need to change. Edit. Chrono Trigger. And then I'm just gonna do the midstream reposts. And then we'll be good to go. Let's see. Huh. All right, let's see if this works. Given my luck with these things. No. So, as you can see, I did some training. I did some equipping. Why is my face not tracking? Face, why are you not tracking? Game, why are you not? There we go. Fixed. Okay, resume bookmarked game. Yes, please. So yeah, I did a bunch of training. Did a bunch of work. Got some new equipment. Bought new equipment for people. Which I think I remember to... Yes. No? Yes. More goblins, like goblins that have forcibly anchored their souls to a location rather than amulet. As long as three aspects of the place remain true, their souls are safe. Area changes too much, they are taken by the god. Ooh, that's interesting. I don't think I remember where we're at, how we're... Oh wait, I think I remember where we're actually going. I think this is where we're going. Up to see the Skyway Patrol. I like how it's like, it looks like a whole city. We go into one building. Good luck, boys. Have fun storming the castle. How do they evade the ad blocker? I believe the ad is integrated directly into the stream. I went with the free option to show the ad because in order to test the multi-streaming, I will probably go for the paid version because I'm not actually getting paid to show that ad. They're just letting me multi-stream for free. Otherwise, I'd be paying $4, but it's $4. It's not a big deal. Did I do the mountains? I don't think I did the mountains. Oh, the mountains are where I need to go. I think the mountains are where I need to go. Do I need to go to the mountains or is this where I'm going? These are still very interesting statues. Am I going here or am I going to the mountains? Someone who knows what's going on, please tell me. I want to go the opposite way of what that I'm supposed to go first. Mountains or palace? Right, the main person who knows is on like a 12-minute delay. Mountains! Okay, we're going back to the palace. Oh yeah, I don't mind you, and I'm just shocked that they got through the yeah, I think that Beam does that because of how they handle it compared to others. I thought this was a different place, so I'm wrong. Yeah, I am wrong in the direction I was going. I thought this was a different place. I thought this was that over there. One moment, I have an exclamation mark. Interesting. Noise is generating automatic clips for me. I will have to check that out. Yeah, like I said, I'll still probably just pay for it in order to eliminate ads that don't pay me. Yeah, center of the universe, sure it is. Oh, should I change out my armor? I have a platinum vest, the red plate, and the blue plate. Should I change out my armor? That is an interesting animation. Well, I think I got turn for the night. Oh, you have a good one then. Rest well. Mammon Machine Chamber. The Mammon Machine was transported to the Ocean Palace to begin harvesting the raw energy of Lavos. Center of the universe, immortality. What's that, hubris? Surely it will not lead to our demise. Armors are fine. Lady Shaw's pen was made from the retainments. Yeah. You guys are great guards. These statues continue to interest me. Ascended to the Ocean Palace. In a short time, the Enlightened Ones will finally attain immortality. Sure you will. Ocean Palace is complete. Zeal will reign forever. Uh-huh. My time machine says otherwise. Brother Dalton! Why is it Prophet allowed inside while I'm stuck guarding a place like this? Ah, you came. I decided to leave you alone before, hoping you might make that prophet show his true colors. I have no use for you anymore. Your history! Thank you. Ow. Let's do the same thing. Well, sort of same thing back here. Okay, I can't throw you. Wow, you just are really gonna beat up on her, huh? Seriously? Most of the attacks are counterattacks, huh? Interesting. Less interesting. Seriously? Also, seriously, this guy's main ability is just dropping rocks on people's heads? Wrong person. Come on. Dalton is a hard, but yes, he is. I gotta stop doing that. It doesn't go in the same direction as the freaking arrow keys half the time. Aha! No? Did you just burp? What? Okay. Found. Just mugged him. No! Brother Dalton can't be beaten now, not with eternal life just within my grasp. Bye. I'm gonna go back and heal. I should have healed first. He is really annoying, but that was not actually that bad. So I wonder if anyone recognizes the reference I keep making with this guy. Ooh. I like the music. Oh! Of course. Guess I got the save after I healed. Yeah, Dalton's whole thing is to make you cocky and his attacks can't actually kill you. Except he pulls out that last move at the very end, which will kill you if you got overconfident. I feel dark. I feel dark energy filling this place. Something frightening stirs. Welcome! Hello! Shala, raise the output of the Mammon machine to its limits. Shala, you dare disobey me? Very well, Mother. Oh, what splendor! Behold the incredible power of Lavos. Looked like he was having a fun time. Alright, let's see how you guys like lightning. They don't like lightning. Welcome to the Undersea Palace, the palace made to fulfill all dreams, the place where the greatest dreams died. Welcome to the place we should have never gone, where we must always go. Oh, good. Your piece inspiring a lot of confidence. Is that a door? It is a door. You guys like lightning? Ooh, interesting. Don't like that. Do you like ice? Alright, we just gotta focus on the other guy first. Understood. I know it's protected by shield, but I was curious on if it would, anyways. Right, ice heals you guys, good. And you are useless. I don't like these guys. Alright, I should probably be making sure to use haste more often. Sorry, I got the what? An Aeonian Helm. I think prevents stopping. Actually, I think having her be immune to stop and slow might be a better idea. Hello. Welcome. Oh, wait a minute. You guys don't like lightning. That's right. Well, you're not supposed to like lightning. Didn't like that at all. They're the same color. No, they're not. These are the guys to use lightning on. Darn it. Ooh. I don't think that's true, by the way. Wrong way. Alright, remember attack gray guy first. Okay, that just instantly kills him. Yeah, Frenzy is really powerful, apparently. Attack all enemies with Holy Light. Ooh. I think I've heard of this one. And we can do Johnny Cash to people now. Lumia, the ultimate lightning spell. Alright, well, let's find out. Oh! Okay, cool. Well, because I've got the golden stud on him, it only cost me 5. So it's expensive, but it's not that expensive. I don't know what you're talking about with missing a treasure chest on the other side. Is this what you mean? No, that was open. Top center door. Okay. Already got this one. Right, we're not doing that. Right. Got it. Hello and welcome. Okay, dokie. Right, so both of these have something down here. Kaiser arm. Right, it's gotta be for the robot. I forgot to use the ethers. Okay. I just inch my way forward. Right. So one way or another, I gotta do this. Or they could just ignore me. I'll take that too. I don't know what that did. Ah! Give me all your items. I meant to heal. I meant to heal. She can't heal. Buzz off. Okay. Oh, and the little guy just took off. just gonna charm someone, then immediately murder them with frenzy. This one was ganging up with people. Cool. I'm enjoying abusing this. Him has nothing to give but gratitude? Yeah. A lot of XP. Oh, good. You know what? I don't want to deal with you guys. Let's see if this works. Even if I want to keep stealing items. My desire to be rid of them outweighed my desire to steal from them. Well, since mooks all have avowed poverty and thus have nothing to steal. Oh, are they all just gonna have nothing but gratitude to give? Really? Where is Up to? He was here. Did Up to just swap my oh, there he is. I was gonna say, did Up to just swap my gender and leave? Dreamstone has been used throughout the ages. The Mammon Machine and that pendant were made from it, and so is that knife. We are the embodiment of Melchior's hope sealed within the knife. Hurry if you mean to confront the Queen. The hope rests in your hands. Ah, I could feel it. The pulse of life eternal. Mwahahaha. What is this dark energy? The Mammon Machine, Your Majesty, is too dangerous to continue. Mother! Don't stop, Shala. We've only a little longer to go. Immortality will be ours. Zeal will have the eternal glory it deserves. Mwahaha! So long have I waited. Again, as someone with a time travel machine, I know that's not what's gonna happen. I'm honestly tired enough that I don't know that I'm gonna make the full remaining hour. Hold on. You know what? I know it's just gonna heal the two of them. So let's do that, then that. Oh, did they already disable her? I hate that they can do that. Okay, everyone just leveled up again. Now let's just eliminate most of the problem. Get most of the health back and then beat the snot out of this guy. Just no. So we're gonna ice. Then we're gonna Lumiere. Then we're just gonna savagely attack one. Really? I should have done the heal. I thought I would actually get to go before they did. For once. Now, is it going to give me another save? Or is this going to be a Dark Souls run where every time I go through, I'm going to have to do the elevator attack? I believe there will be one more save ahead. Okay. Okay. Before we push button. Actually, no. I can eliminate you real quick. Maybe I can. Okay. New plan. Actually, I could have just done this. Could have used my single target attacks, but I'm stupid, so I didn't. That is not what I thought was going to happen. This is not what I thought was going to happen. Aha! Thank you. I thought it would raise a bridge. Not Moses the lava. Brother Dalton, you truly made it all this way. Perhaps I underestimate you. But this is the end. My pets will put a stop to you. Will they? Come forth, Golem sisters. Nice to know we're back to this. Really? I hate you. I hate you. Seriously? They just went so fast. They went so fast that there was no... Attack how they were attacked on physical is a bad idea. Okay. Noted. I'm gonna have to revive him, so... Wait, I might have an idea. Admittedly, I can't use the idea at the moment, because I'd have to reset my equipment. but I might be able to cheese this anyways. Myself an all-around heal. Yeah, swapping out to white and blue plates. Is basically the plan. The backup plan. If this doesn't work. Right, that was a mistake. I didn't think about that. I should have kept her healing. Should have kept her. Should stick to the healing and just attack with lightning. Really? Are you not done with that? Yeah, just found $4 grand. Yeah, the sisters too. I suppose I have but one choice left. Running away is an option. What's this? I feel something strange. Could this be Lavos' energy? This won't do at all. Hard work will be in vain if I die before attaining immortality. I would like the easy time, please. It seems this is your lucky day. Farewell. I'll take the easy time, please. Keep Isla in the party. Am I swapping someone else out? And should I have swapped someone else out already then? Won't help in the next fight, but it's big for the next dungeon. Okay. Am I just... So, then no, there's no reason to change party for this. Should I change my armor? Should I swap out my armor? Won't really help either. Okay. This is the Mammon Machine altar. Now is the time if you want to turn back. No. I'm sorry, did he just jump into a... Okay. Shala, we're here to save you. Come on. Isla here. What's Strong One? Where's Strong One? You're... Help! Yes, wisdom said suicide was the best course of action for new. Oi. Shala! What are you doing, Shala? Control the machine! Chrono, the knife! Chrono, red knife! Here we go, Moon. Ready when you are, Masa. Whoa, it turned into the Masamune? The Mammon Machine! It's too late! He comes! Well then. It's no use. The sword alone cannot stop it. Fun. Are you kidding me? A knife refused the full power Mammon Machine, the sword of dreams, but too late, the dreamer awakened. So this wasn't actually supposed to be a fight, right? Yeah, okay. Scripted death, doesn't count. How long I've waited for this. It's been quite some time, Lavos. Like I said, there isn't anything you could do. Noted. I swore on that day long ago that I'd destroy you, no matter the price. It's time to fulfill that vow. Feel my wrath, Lavos. You truly think you possess the power? What are you but a false prophet? Be no more than grazings for the great Lavos. Mother, please stop this madness. This power can only end in ruin. Step aside, Shala. The almighty life force of Lavos flows through us all. You are part of it. You cannot change that fate now. There is a way to win here, but it takes far more prep and understanding than you have right now. Yeah, I need the over level to what? 100? Oppose me and I will destroy you. Ah! Come, prophet of lies, feel the power of Lavos. My magic! He's draining it! I won't be beaten. I endured the darkness alone for the sole purpose of defeating you. Take this, Lavos. What? No effect at all? Fool, your pitiful powers are no match for his. I shall give you a gift, eternal life, as part of love. Yeah, I kinda knew that one was coming. Mahaha, mahaha. Can you move, Chrono? Please, help Shala. Chrono, stand. Island no like loose. Oh, I can move. Chrono, you can't save Shala here. Is Shala alright? Is it? Why not do as Shala says and run away, tail betwixt your legs? Is your life not precious to you? Still not giving up? What hope do you have? You would challenge Lavos alone? With that battered body of yours? Mahaha. Gaze upon the power of Lavos, end your doom. Chrono! Chrono! I'm sorry, what? Someone's calling for Chrono. Excuse you? Oh, well, I'm getting copyright struck. Someone's an asshole. That was much more brutal. No, you don't. He just turned to dust. You saw that happen. The last of my pendant's power will send you to safety. I know you will not be able to forgive her, but please do not. No, I'm gonna hate her. I'm gonna hate her. I'm gonna hate the kingdom. Bye. I choose to hate her and the kingdom. Thanks. Shala is a good girl. Her mother and the kingdom are not. A title? Oh. That's not it. Gonna laugh if the credits play now. Oh. Chrono. Chrono! Chrono, no! No. I can't do the voice very well. Chrono! You've woken. Stop trying to cross the border! You're most fitful in your sleep. Chrono, where's Chrono? You found no other. So it wasn't a dream. Where this place? Earthbound Village? This island was the only refuge left after the Ocean Palace unleashed its ruin. No others remain. Metal Bird, Island Floating Sky, all gone? Melchior, where he? When the disaster struck, an eerie black portal materialized before young Lord Janus. Melchior tried to save the boy prince, but succeeded only in getting himself dragged in as well. Black hole, like when we come here? What happened, Shala? Where's she? That I cannot say. No one has seen her since. Or Epoch. Who is... Right. The ship. Your ship is a sturdy vessel than one might venture. She washed up safe and sound, right in your wake. It was almost as though she were drawn to you. Chrono. Marla. Marl cry, make Chrono sad. Isla no... Sentences! Sentences full, please! I believe this is yours. Giving it to Chrono to hold for me. Of course. Of course! I found it resting upon your shoulder, my lady, almost as though it were guarding you. Take all the time you need to rest. I will be in the village commons just beyond. They really like their gut punch. Of course, and there's no music. And we're back to the happy music. I think I'm gonna do this just in case I ever decide to grind up to level 100 and see what happens. I did not get the better helmet, darn it. Really? Are you kidding me? by come again. Check back from time to time. He sells whatever washes up here. So if you wait a while, he'll most likely have some new things up for sale. There is an item. Curse you. I want the item. A few of the enlightened ones did survive, but no distinctions remain between the enlightened and the earthbound now. Sun Temple of Zeo and Shrine to Sunstone. Such stones are made by bathing darkened moon stones in the sun's rays. Harvesting enough power to create a sunstone of any worth requires ages, though, or so I've heard. Alright, so there's what, 4 people left alive? Okay. 5 people left alive. Excuse me. How am I supposed to get to the time machine? Oh, wait a minute. Ah! Shut up. How can I survive in such a land without my magic? No need of magic to survive. Besides, you're not here alone. Suppose you're right. We are alive, after all. So long as we are, we must hold on to hope. The sun ever rises in the morrow. There's little we can do but live for today and trust the other days will follow. We'd grown too dependent on that fearsome force. Everyone and everything was swallowed by the sea. The sea of clouds has parted, and the blizzard at last abated. Could this long and terrible winter be at an end? Must have cried himself to sleep. Let him be. Feeling better, are we? Define better. Bow, curls, and pay homage to your new liege. Brother Dalton, F off. No, we're killing you now. No. I want it. Final battle. We kill this guy. You 3 are complete idiots! Before Mal and I are known idiots, poor showing by Luca though. Okay, so this monstrosity survived. Is there a jump bop option? So here's the thing. If you take any other party into this, they have stripped you of your weapons and you can't fight. But no one can take away Isla's fists. So you can now skip the entire stealth section and let the cave woman clean house. Thank you, devs, for... Very appreciated. And with Isla's charm ability... I can just... I don't know why I gotta hit A like 5 times. Isla's charm ability... I can also... steal a ton of stuff. Now, all the rest of your equipment is on the ship, so you should still find it before the boss. Good to know. And appreciated, though, at the same time. I may just call it quits for the night, given everything. Yeah, I think I'm gonna call it quits for the night because it is late. I am tired. I honestly didn't know if I was even gonna make it for this last 45 minutes or so. Because I am very, very tired and it has been a very long day. Very long weekend. So, we will return next time. Well, not next time. Next time's another casual Saturday. Or casual Friday. We will return to this... not next time. On Sunday. Thank you for the help. I thank you all for watching and hanging out. I'm going to get D-Live up and running so that we can do our giveaway. And then... that will be it for the night. Yep. And thank you again for the help because, oh my gosh, this would be much worse. All right. Treasure chest. Open. Rewards are distributing. Once again, I have no control over this. I just hit the open button and it goes. Ugh. The Rippy one is tonight's winner. Oh, we don't usually get one. Congratulations. I guess, given the help given, it's real appropriate that Rippy is the one that won. You might be the only one still awake. Alrighty, I don't think I have anything else. So, yeah, I will see y'all in the next video. Thank you. Have a good night. Be safe. And I will catch you next weekend. Hope y'all have a great week. Take care, all.